Hello again, this is Doc Rotten from Horror News Radio and Gruesome Magazine. Joining me tonight is Dave Dreher. He's here with a found footage film called The Monster Project from director Victor Mathieu. Dave, how you doing?
Hello, Doc. I'm ready to talk Monster Project. Let's do this.
Well, let's start off by giving a synopsis of what The Monster Project is all about.
Well, it's kind of your standard found footage fare. We meet a group of folks who are kind of messing around with YouTube videos, paranormal investigations, that kind of stuff, but they're not really too serious about it. It's kind of done more just to scare the shit out of each other. And they come up with this brainstorm of, we should put out a call out on social media for some kind of, real monsters. They're looking for actual people who at least believe they're monsters. And they dub this The Monster Project. That's what they're going to call this project, this show. So they reach out and they find themselves a vampire, a lady who thinks she's a vampire at least. They find themselves a shapeshifter, kind of a werewolf-looking guy. And oh my God, as I'm sitting here talking about it, I can't remember what the third thing is. What's the third thing? Is it a demon? It's like a demon. Yeah, it's like a Japanese, like a grunge kind of thing. So they find this. I don't know what the hell it is. It's like a crack house of some type, an abandoned building that they can use to film this thing. Pretty creepy looking. And they invite these three folks to come on in. And they do, and they begin conducting the interviews. And yeah, all hell kind of breaks loose. That's kind of it in a nutshell.
Well, did it make for a good found footage film?
I think it did. It suffers some of the problems, some of the pitfalls that we always find in these lower budget indie films. But yeah, overall, when they were doing the practical effects, they were really quite impressive. A lot of blood is spilt. We get a really good shapeshifter wolfman kind of character, but we also unfortunately get some just really bad CGI, like demon stuff. People's faces morph and their eyes drip and their mouths hang open, and it looks absolutely horrible.
Well, how's the direction of the found footage?
Fairly good. I always find myself kind of mildly annoyed by some of these things because they're very self-serving. They're having to explain everything. They over-explain everything that they're doing, and they certainly do that here. But again, it progresses along pretty quickly, and the payoff is always worth that little bit of annoyance. And
how's the acting? Is it solid, or is it kind of grunge-worthy?
A little bit of both. The lead character, or one of the lead characters, name is Brian, character name Toby Hemingway, I believe, plays him. He's recovering drug abuser, is the boyfriend to one of the characters in this, and he's quite exceptional. A couple of the other ones have some not so great moments. But again, at the end of the day, it's really not so much about the acting. It's about the bloodshed.
and the monsters.
And the monsters, yes.
So what is your final score for The Monster Project? And follow that up with your favorite scene.
I think overall, it's an enjoyable film. It might be a little long. Overall, I really enjoyed it. I was looking forward to each new kill, each new situation that these people were finding themselves in. I'm going to give it a 3 because it was a very solid attempt at making a good monster movie with very little money. Favorite scene, I'm going to go with anything with the shapeshifter in it. We meet the shapeshifter in that house, and it's just like backlit, and he's got this really creepy voice. We don't really get to see him until about the 2/3 mark, but it's worth it when we get there. And I'm going to go with anything he's in. He's vicious. There's body parts flying. There's just all kinds of mayhem ensuing. So watch for the shapeshifter. He's the guy you want to keep your eye on.
All right, well, Dave, thank you for the review of The Monster Project. Let's say goodnight.
Good night.
Be sure to visit GruesomeMagazine.com to listen to the other Gruesome podcasts, Hard News Radio, and Decades of Horror. Also, check out the Gruesome Magazine Quarterly, available in digital and print-on-demand format. Gruesome Magazine.